Before the stars were hung in place, before the dust had learned my name, I saw your face in endless time. I knew your wound, I felt your shame. I watched the ages rise and fall. I heard the prayers you couldn't speak, and long before you turned away, my heart had already reached. You were not distant in my sight, not hidden in the mass of men. You were the reason love took flesh. You were the story written in. Did not wait for hands raised high, did not wait for hearts made clean. I entered grief, I wore your breath, I stepped inside what you had been. I learned your hunger, learned your tears, I walked your miles on broken ground. Not to condemn the world I made, but to reclaim what love had found. I carried heaven in my chest and set it down in human pain, so you could see the heart of God beating beneath the weight of chains. The world still asks me why I came, what force could draw me from my throne? Not nails, not wrath, not fate, not fear, but love that would not leave you alone. At the cross I showed my heart, at the cross I tore the veil apart. Not by power, not by blame, but mercy written in my name. At the cross the heavens cried, love stood still while hope survived. This is where your life was won. At the cross it was done. The wood felt every breath I drew, the earth shook underneath my cry. Creation watched its maker bleed as time stood still and darkness tried. I carried every failed attempt, every prayer you never prayed, every sin you never outrun, every debt you couldn't pay. I did not flinch, I did not flee, for love does not abandon cost. I stayed because eternity was worth the pain, worth every loss. At the cross I spoke without words, I preach a sermon made of scars, that no one's too far gone for grace, that mercy outruns who you are. I told the weak they were not small, I told the lost they weren't alone, I told the sinner come and live, I told the grave it was not home. This was not defeat you saw, this was God refusing to let go. Angels leaned into the moment, history held its breath in awe, for love had finally been revealed, not as a thought, but as the law. At the cross I showed my heart, at the cross I tore the veil apart. Not by power, not by blame, but mercy written in my name. At the cross the heavens cried, love stood still while hope survived. This is where your life was won. At the cross it was done. You were never an afterthought, you were never a second plan. Before your first breath filled your lungs, I already held your hand. I saw your worst and stayed the same. I knew your failure called you mine. I chose the cross knowing your name, that is the measure of divine. Not wrath poured out, but love displayed, not anger satisfied, but grace unleashed. The cross was God saying, forever you are worth everything to me. At the cross the cosmos bowed, heaven whispered mercy loud. Death was crushed, the stone undone, the war was finished, the victory won. At the cross new life began, God revealed his final plan. This is where hope overcomes. At the cross it was done. At the cross it was done. And if my word could speak again, beyond the pages, past the flame, hear this truth for every age. I am bigger than your sin, stronger than your darkest night, closer than your next heartbeat. And I will always be the God who stayed at the cross.